and sorry. Hey guys, I'm back. So, if you've looked at the timestamp on this video, you will see that it has been 6 months. 6 months since I made my last video, and that is atrocious. There's no explanation, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So for those of you who know me, my friends who are watching this, hello, thank you for tuning in, nice to see you. So many of you guys, I'd say like within the space of probably the last month, about 8 or 9, maybe even 10 people have said to me, hey, Maryellen, like I really miss the fact that you used to make videos, could you make more videos please? And that's been very confronting and so sweet. Like the nicest thing ever to hear that people actually like your content. Like that is so lovely. But it's been really confronting because I have been making excuses for the longest time for not making videos, and I realize now that none of them really add up. But in order to tell this story, I'm gonna have to go back a little way. So, cute pictures of me crying here. Hey guys. Hi. Yeah, it's been a little while and I'm sorry about that. Ugh. Okay, so basically, this afternoon at 5 p.m, like I've just got home from work, and at 5 p.m, just before I left work, I got an email from my university and it said that I'm not graduating. It's kind of my own fault, it's kind of not. Basically, I did a couple of units that were wrong. I was supposed to do like 300 level units and I did 100 level units accidentally, not understanding that. Anyway, look, it's a long complicated story and you don't really need to know the details. But I'm just really devastated. And look, as soon as I heard the news, read the news, I immediately said to God, I'm like, God, why? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to teach me? And like I started panicking, and thank goodness there was only 15 minutes left of my work day because I think I was able to hold it in. But as soon as I got to the car, I started crying. And the thing is, I know logically that it's not a big deal. Like, I know that 90% of people aren't gonna care. Like, you might think, oh, you poor thing, like you have to do another 6 months of study. It kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. And it's not the end of the world. I know that. I know it's just another chapter in my life, but it's the emotional, and the reality is for me, for the next 6 months probably, unless God works a miracle, so stay tuned for that because I do have faith that something good will happen from this. But unless God works a miracle, then I'm gonna be busy for the next 6 months when I thought I would be free in the next 2 weeks. 5 years of doing a degree that I didn't like and very ready to graduate, and then I get this message that it's like, well, sorry love, you can't because we've both made a boo-boo here. But following up on that story, it does have a redemptive ending, one that I am incredibly grateful to God for, one that is actually a miracle in a way. I have a small group and I asked them to pray for my situation, and I looked through the criteria of a single degree and also the other single degree. So basically I've studied a double degree, I've done a double of law and arts. So you have law and arts, and then you have, within that you have majors and minors. So I've done a major in media and a minor in psychology. So I emailed university and I said, look, I don't think this is possible, but is there anything, any way, anything I can graduate from? Like, please, I was begging them, you know? And someone got back to me about a week later because that's how public universities work. Takes forever. And they said, actually, good news, because you've done certain subjects, you actually do qualify to graduate from a law degree with a major in media and a minor in psychology. And that was, that like sent shivers up my spine. I was like, oh my goodness, like this is a miracle, God, thank you so much. And I've been praying for it. So that was the first answer to prayer. And now I found myself in a situation where I could either graduate from a double degree and do another 6 months of study, or I could graduate from a single degree and just finish studying now. Now this wasn't a simple decision to make. Obviously I don't want to study another 6 months, like I am DONE, I am so done, I am so done with uni. But on the flip side, I was like, well, it'd be such a waste, and so many people said to me, you know, like it'd be such a waste to not do this extra 6 months, because in 6 months you're essentially getting a whole year of study under your belt because it's another degree. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it, yeah, that's the logical decision to make. It's not the emotionally fulfilling one though. And so I was wrestling with this in my mind. I was like, God, what do I do with this? Like, it doesn't really matter what decision I make. Either way, I'm blessed. But I want you to make the decision for me. I want to know what is the right thing, what thing will bring most glory to you, will provide the most opportunities for me to, yeah, I guess, serve you, God. And there were also issues with my workplace wanting to offer me a full-time position, and it would be very difficult to do that with study still on the side. So I hopped on my laptop and I looked at all the different subjects that I could do. So I had to pick a 300 level subject that didn't have any prerequisites, and that was like feasible for me to do. So of all the subjects in the entire university that they offer in semester 1, which I would study in, I ain't no doing semester 2, bro, no. They had 30 subjects, exactly, and I wrote them all in a list. And of those 30 subjects, there were only 14 that I could have logistically taken. Like the others were in accounting or land management or pure maths. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. So I made a list and then tried to start selecting them on my transcript to see which ones were available and that sort of thing. And I kept getting these error messages, and it was insane because of the 14, only 4 of them didn't give me error messages. Of the other 10, it was impossible to actually select it, and I was coming up with this red message just like, this is not available, you need to reset this and that and the other. And I tried to follow it up and I asked the university, I called them up and they didn't know it was wrong. And it was just this huge uphill battle. I'm like, why is this happening? And I was kind of on the verge of tears. I'm like, this is so frustrating. So anyway, I kind of gave up on the 14 and I thought, okay, well I have to do only 3 units. There's 4, my leg is itchy. Of the 4 subjects that were left, I only need to select 3, so I will do that. And keep in mind, what was so crazy about this was that the 4 subjects that were available, and I listed all of the ones in order of like how much I wanted to do them. I kid you not, they were the least, like the ones that I least wanted to do, right? So that was probably a sign in and of itself. But I tried to select the 4 of them in my transcript, and for practical reasons with my job being 4 days a week, I wanted to have all my subjects on 1 day or possibly 2 days. Just because it's so impractical to have to like go to uni, then come to work, then go to uni, and like I don't want to do that to my workplace. And so I said, God, if this isn't going to line up on the right days, then I think it's a pretty clear sign that you don't want me to study next semester, you want me to just graduate with a single degree. And lo and behold, sure enough, all of the different subjects, every single one of them were offered on a different day. So that was a hugely clear sign to me that God didn't want me to study, and that I'm going to be graduating with a single degree. And I suppose having reflected on this decision, I made the decision a couple of weeks ago, I realize now that pride is the reason that I was even struggling with this in the first place. You know, I was capable of doing a double degree, and I'd done this much of a double degree. It's like, well, like that is such an entitled problem to have. It's really just me saying, well, I'm better than you because I did this. The only logical reason for that was like, I might as well amp up my reputation. I might as well, you know, make my resume look all that much better in the 6 months that I have. And I see now that God has wanted me to pursue other things. And He's given me certain talents, particularly in the creative field, if you haven't noticed, that I want to be using for Him. And I've been so frustrated over the last 6 months, and this is kind of where I was going with this whole story. Yeah. I've been really frustrated over the last 6 months because I've been working almost full-time, 4 days a week, 32 hours a week, and I've been studying full-time, which is another 10 plus hours a week, and I've had all these other commitments and things which just happen in life. In essence, I was making these excuses. I'm like, I'm too busy right now, like I'll write down content ideas, I'll, you know, make Instagram posts, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna wait until I graduate to make more videos. And then wham, I was faced with the reality that I might have to study for another 6 months, and I suddenly realized, I'm like, that is the worst excuse in the world for not pursuing your God-given, or what you believe your God-given purpose is, right? Your calling, your passion, your hobbies even, like whatever it is that you really want to be doing, whatever you want to be learning or achieving or improving upon, if you're not actively prioritizing that and doing that, then that's an explanation of why I haven't been here, and thank you for being so patient. And there are more art videos to come, I promise. I actually have some drawings over here, but I can't show you yet because they're for another video. Tune in next week to see me run 10 kilometers and not die. I never thought I would say that. 10 kilometers for me is a lot. Like, that is insane. And I happened to sign up for this run, and it was the most motivating thing in the world. So if you'd like to see me red-faced and sweaty and disgusting, sharing too much on the internet, Maryellen, then tune in next week. I will see you then. Love you all very much, and fare thee well. Bye bye.